Hi everyone, I just wanted to go through the MyFitnessPal app with everybody who is wanting to track their nutrition. So their carbs, protein, and fat. So anytime I say macros, that means carbs, protein, and fat. So here we go. You can either track on a MyFitnessPal app, which is on your phone. It was in the App Store on an iPhone, and I think it's like Playlist or Play app or something on your Samsung. You can download that for free, or you can simply go online and log in. The only difference between logging in online versus the app is you really can't scan, that I know of, foods into your nutrition plan. Okay? So, what we are going to do here is we're going to log in, put your username and password, and if you have not, just sign up now. We're going to walk step by step, make this very clear. Okay, so now it takes you to the home page, okay? So let's go to settings. Just give it a second because my computer's being slow. And then you see account settings to the side. We want to go to update diet fitness profile. Here we want to put in your starting weight, so we'll just say, yeah, 169, November 5th. Oh, I wonder whose weight that is. Anywho, what your height is. I'm actually 5'5", but we're going to 5'5.5", but we'll go on 5'6". What your goal weight is 150. And for some of you guys that think like, oh my gosh, she's 169, I actually compete at about 140, 143 on stage for bodybuilding figure competing. Okay, now put your birth date in there and how you would rate your normal activity. Are you sedentary, lightly active, active, very active? I'm just going to say active since I am someone that works from home, but I have a 2-year-old and I'm out and about a lot. So let's just do that. How many days per week are you going to exercise? On the Little Black Dress project that I am doing right now, we have a 5-day-a-week lift split, and we have, I think, 5 or 6 day home workouts. This is up to you based on your level of fitness right now. If you're a new beginner, don't think that you need to do 5 days. Start with 3. So on the files on the private page, you can see a calendar that gives you cardio and lift suggestions on there. So make sure you look at that. Then I'm going to do 5 days a week, and I'm going to do 20 to 30 minutes of cardio a day. We'll just say 30 for right now. Calories, and then click here. Let's be realistic. So we're not really looking to lose 40 pounds in 8 weeks, okay? We want something that's realistic, more lifestyle, easy to attain. So I'm just going to put anywhere between 0.5 and 1 pound per week. And we also have to consider some of us that are gaining a little bit of muscle at the same time as losing fat. There was 2 months in my prep that I didn't lose much weight at all, maybe 1 or 2 pounds, but obviously I was getting leaner and I was feeling like tighter. So really just focus on how your body is looking and feeling, and use weight as a secondary tool to measure your progress or how your body responds to different things throughout the week, such as sleep, water, stress, those kinds of things, period, bloat, that kind of stuff. Click update profile. Okay, boom. This is what it's going to give you as an estimate of what you want to do. We want to go back and set our, go to food. For us people that are tracking, we want to go and set percentages for grams, proteins, and fats, okay? So go to your settings, food settings. All right. Down here, click on this, macronutrients for the day. Just give it a second. And I'm going to do another video basically telling you guys where to start macros based on your plan, based on kind of where you're at. But for right now, I don't want to make things confusing. I just want you to know how to work the MyFitnessPal. Okay. different goals by day, which will do your macros. I'm going to start with a very simple guideline. So, calories. All right. When I tell you where to start, this will all make sense as far as why I'm putting what I'm putting. So I'm, 169, I'm above 150, female, looking to lose a little bit of weight. I don't want to be extreme. I've been eating pretty much what I want and probably eating on the higher end, so I don't want to go extreme. I just want to kind of get a baseline and figure out where I'm at. So by doing that, an easy estimate is to go between like 1,600 and maybe 1,900 calories. So we're just going to say 1,700. I'm going to be carb cycling. So that means days that I lift, I'll have more carbs. The other macros stay the same. And then on non-lift days, I'll have less. However, when you are a newbie, just stick to the same thing all the time, macros-wise, until we can kind of figure out your body and how it works. So, carbohydrates. I know my body well enough. I burn carbs pretty easy. But just for sake, we'll say 35%. Fat, I usually have to go pretty low, 25 to 30%. And 40 protein. This would be a very, very, very typical day for me for my normal gym workouts. And then later on, we can talk about indulge meals and stuff. But that's pretty basic, okay? Save changes. And the reason we're doing this is I'll show you here right in a minute. Okay, so it puts everything in there for you. Let's go back to the home screen. Oh, dear baby Jesus. It's not a whole lot. Oh, it's because I've already tracked some stuff. That was telling me how many calories I had left based on what my goals were. Okay. Scroll down and we will add food. If you end up adding exercise, which I don't usually do, it will actually try to give you more calories. Just stick to some of our basic guidelines that I give you and don't worry about having to add an exercise. Plus, you'll get annoyed with it later on when you're like, oh, I lifted this long and I did spin this long and I did yoga this and blah, blah, blah. And every little thing you have to track. We want to make this as easy as possible and closest to a lifestyle that we possibly can. So simply go to add food. Make sure it's the right day. See, you can see I had an Optimum Nutrition protein bar. Please don't look at what time it is. I will make up my macros. I've just been working. And so you'll go to whichever it is, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and has snacks on there. Add food. And this would be the same thing for people that do this from your phone, okay? It all looks the same, just the difference is scanning. Say I am at my gym, Lifetime Cafe, okay? I want to have a protein smoothie shake that they make. I don't know. We'll find one. This is why. This is so cool. Okay. We want the bodybuilder one. Yeah, that's what we're going to get. And I did it in advance because I don't know. I just wanted to do it in advance. For those who are very new to tracking, trying to track a day in advance and then just kind of following close to that day will help you reach your goals faster. I find often people have a hard time getting enough protein in because they're trying to go on the fly, and a lot of times people don't get enough protein in. So if you want to be pretty concise, just go into your fitness app and track a day before and then make that your meal plan. Okay, I had one, add it to my food diary. Bam, that's it, right? Cool. If you want to add food that is your recent, you can look here. See, it already has my Lifetime stuff in there. Scroll down. This will be the same for your phone. Same thing for, I don't know why it has recent and frequent for the most part because they're pretty much the same. My foods are typically ones that you put in there yourself, like you couldn't find it, so you put the macros in yourself. And how you find macros is you look on a label and it will say carbs, proteins, and fats on the label per serving. So make sure that you're weighing out your food with a food scale or using cup measuring or tablespoon measuring. If you don't have that and you don't have the money, just simply Google how to measure without, and you can see a bunch of pictures where it will say You know, the size of your thumb is a tablespoon of peanut butter. The palm of your hand is 4 ounces of meat. Those kinds of things. So let's do everything we can to make sure that you get your results. Okay, meals, same thing. If you wanted to put your meals in. And then here's recipes, which I have the morning detox, which is a no calories. It's something I added in there. Go to recipes. You can search a recipe. So say you're like, oh, I want to make Jamie Eason's turkey muffins or whatever. Search the recipe and then it will add the macros in for you. Okay, that's pretty easy. And then here's enter new recipe. Boom. Add the ingredients that you want. It'll total up your calories, save it per serving, and boom, it's done. And it's in your meal plan. Okay, very easy. Anytime, go back to your home page. When you get lost, go back to your adding food. And this is where it's cool. So down here, this is your daily total. So this is the numbers that we set that we want to try to hit, right? Okay, I've had 581 calories. My goal is 1,700. I have 1119 left, okay? Same with carbs. I had 38. My goal is 149. I have 111 left for the rest of the day. Same with fat. I had 17. Goal is 47. Then I have 30 remaining, and so on, okay? I don't really focus too much on sugars and sodiums and stuff unless your doctor says that you need to focus on your sodium for other conditions. I personally just don't focus on that as much, and I don't track vegetables. The only kind of vegetables I track are very high carb vegetables, such as squash, corn, peas, those kinds of things. If they're very green or they're low calorie vegetables, I don't waste my time tracking. So, okay. And that's a wrap, man. That is all you need to know for MyFitnessPal. Okay. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at Jacqueline Sabatka, or my bad, at Jacqueline at JacquelineSabatka.com. And I'll spell that JACQUELINE at JACQUELINESOBOTKA.com. And for anyone doing this, I am not a doctor. I am not prescribing. I'm just giving you guidelines. If you feel like you need to check with your doctor before starting a nutrition program, I highly suggest you doing that before you get started. And for those in my Lady Leaders group, make sure that you have read and reread the disclaimer in terms. If you have any questions, let me know. That is a file that is on our private Facebook page. All right, so that's everything you need to know about tracking.